Đấy.
Vietien, chào con.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Vietien?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Have you had a good week?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good. Nguyen, xin chào. Xin chào, Nguyen.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Nguyen?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Now, do
Nguyên ơi, con nói
either...
to lên Nguyên nhé. Loudly, please, Nguyên. Okay? You are talking to the teacher, not the girlfriend, right? Okay, yes.
Okay, can you turn your cameras on, please? Thank you, Vietien. I can see you clearly. Nguyen, can you turn your camera on, please? Okay, thank you, Nguyen. Now, do either of you have any questions about the homework? Vietien,
No, I don't
any
have.
question? Okay, good. That's good. Nguyen, do you have any question about the homework? Nguyen, oi,
Yes, teacher.
do you have any question about the homework that I gave you? Do you have any question about it?
Nguyên ơi, thầy hỏi đi. Có câu hỏi gì về bài tập không?
Sure.
Con nói to lên, nói to, bật to. Mà hình như là cái mic của con nó hơi yếu. Có cái biểu tượng đỏ đỏ này. Cái xem phải xem thay cái mic như thế nào cái.
Minh Ang, chào con.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Minh Ang?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Can you turn your camera on, please, Minh Ang? Okay, that's better. Now I can see you clearly. So, do you have any question about the homework I sent you?
No, teacher.
Okay, good. As long as my answer made sense to all of you. That is what I am checking for. So, of course, I will send you some more homework again tomorrow. Shouldn't take you long. All the homework I send you should only take less than 15 minutes. Less than kind. I know how busy you all are with your other schoolwork. So I make sure mine doesn't never take too long. Quang, chào con.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Quang?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Okay, and who else do we have? Ding Lam. Xin chào, Ding Lam.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Ding Lam?
Uh, I'm okay, thank you.
Good. Have you had a good week, Ding Lam? Ding Lam, oi, have you had a good week?
Yeah, I have a good week.
That's great. Glad to hear it. Okay, everyone, I think we will get started, seeing as we have 5 of us here. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be practicing part 1 speaking, all right, and also continue with the writing. Before I start, does anyone have any questions? Okay, so maybe some of you heard in the news this week, the New Zealand Prime Minister has been visiting your country, has been in both Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. So he was visiting to discuss more opportunities for trade between New Zealand and Vietnam, also tourism, also education opportunities. So that's good. So there's been quite a bit about Vietnam on the news in New Zealand this week, which is good. Normally we don't hear much about Vietnam on the news here, but we have this week. So that's great. Okay, everyone, what we're going to be doing now, I'm going to both play you and show you some sample part one, speaking part one, questions and answers that I'm going to ask you all the same questions. So when you are listening and looking, because you'll be able to read the answers as well, please just have a look at the sort of language that is used, because this is the sort of answer that you need to give for these questions. Okay, so I will share this with you now. Okay. Vietian, can you see the screen that says transcript of the audio file?
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's great. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to play you. You'll be able to hear the examiner and the student talking, and you'll be able to read at the same time. So here we go.
Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some more questions about yourself. Okay? Let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it?
It's quite a small village, about 20 kilometers from Zurich, and it's very quiet, and we have only two little shops, because most of the people work in Zurich or are orientated to this.
What's the most interesting part of this place, the village?
On the top of a hill we have a little castle, which is very old and quite well known in Switzerland.
What kind of jobs do people in the village do?
We have some farmers in the village, as well as people who work in Zurich as bankers or journalists, or there are also teachers and some doctors of medicines.
Right. Would you say it's a good place to live?
Yes, although it is very quiet, people are friendly, and I would say it's a good place to live there, yes.
Okay, everyone. So I'm now going to ask you the same questions. All right? So you can see here the sort of answers that the student has given and the way he has structured his sentences. Some of his answers, I think, are a little bit too short. Vietian.
Yes.
How many sentences should you have in the answer to a part one speaking question?
I
How many
think it
sentences?
would be like about 10, maybe.
10 sentences?
I think so.
A
Because
little too long. A little bit too long.
long.
Yeah, too many sentences. For a part one speaking question, you should have about 2 or 3 sentences as your answer. Okay? All right, everyone, 2 or 3 sentences. An Hung has joined us. Chào gon, An Hung. How are you?
Hello, well,
Good. I haven't seen you for a while.
last week I lost some work to do, so I can get in the class.
Okay. So actually, at the end of the lesson, An Hung, I will get you to send me your email address, okay? You have an email, An Hung?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'll get you to send me your email address in chat. Okay, so then I can send you the homework. All right, so as I was saying, everyone, your answer to a part one question should be about 2 or 3 sentences. So you can see here, this answer, okay, is 2 sentences. All right, so the question is, let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it? All right, and they have given a 2-sentence answer. They have said about the size of the village, quite small, how far it is from a big city, Zurich. Zurich is the capital of Switzerland, like Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. Okay, so they've said how far it is from the capital and a little bit what it is like. Okay, what kind of place is it? So now I'm going to ask you the same questions. An Hung. An Hung.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see here what a possible answer is like. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you the same question. Let's talk about your hometown or village, An Hung. What kind of place is it?
Uh, it's it's quite a small village, about 20 kilometers from Zurich.
No, your hometown. Okay,
My
where is your hometown, An Hung? Your hometown is not 20 kilometers from Zurich. Okay, your
my,
hometown is in Vietnam, of course.
my hometown is about 200 kilometers from Hanoi.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and
Yeah.
tell me more. Tell me more about it.
It's like on the it's a small village, and there is a small market in near my house.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we get a I know, and we had a big farm in the back of the house.
Sorry, you have a big farm where? Where?
In the behind of the house.
Behind the house. Okay, good. That's fine, An Hong. Okay, that's fine. Ding Lam,
I'm here.
let's talk about your hometown or village. Ding Lam,
Um,
what kind of place is it?
my hometown is a small village and about 20 kilometers from Hanoi capital. And it is so peaceful, and I so like my hometown.
Okay, it's so peaceful and you still,
Uh,
yeah, what was your next sentence?
I so like I
You
like my
like it.
hometown. Yeah,
Okay, so it's so peaceful and I like it very much.
yeah.
Okay, can you say that please, Ding Lam? It's so
Uh,
peaceful and I like it very much.
my hometown is so beautiful, and I like it very much.
Good. Kwang,
Yes.
let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it?
It's quite a big hometown, about 10 kilometers from Hanoi center, and it's very quiet. There are many town here and a little shop
Mm-hmm.
and tree. I really like it.
Okay, good. All right. So again, everyone, you can base your answer on this one. Okay, so this gives you an idea of the sort of thing you can talk about. Is your village small or big? How far from Hanoi is it? Is it quiet? Does it have many shops or markets? That sort of thing. Ming Ang,
Yes.
let's talk about your hometown or village, Ming Ang. What kind of place is it?
My hometown is Phúc Yên, and it's about 40 kilometers from Hanoi, and it's very quiet, but also interesting.
Okay, so when you say something like that, Ming Ang, you have to give me an idea. Why is it interesting? It's very quiet, but also interesting because.
Because uh,
Why is it interesting, Ming An?
Because it have very activity.
Okay, because it has many things to do. Can you say that, please, Ming An?
Yes, because it have many things to do.
Okay, many things to do is better. It's a better way than saying just activities. It has many things to do. Okay, good. And normally, Ming Ang, when you say it has many things to do, you then give one example. So, for example, Ming Ang, has many things to do, for example. What is one thing you can do at your village, Ming Ang?
I can carry a fly.
Sorry, you can fly a kite.
Fly a kite.
Yes. For example, okay, my village has many things to do. For example, I can fly a kite. Okay, good, Ming An. So again, remember this answer. I'm going to ask you all the question again. Okay, so you can practice this a little bit. Nguyen, can you hear me? Nguyen, oi. Viet Tien. Oh, Nguyen. Okay, please get ready to answer quickly, thank you. Otherwise, I will miss you. So, Nguyen, let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it? Can you answer, Nguyen?
Yes, again, my Wi-Fi is.
Okay. Can you talk to me, Nguyen, about your hometown? Okay, taking too long. Sorry, Nguyen. Viet Tien,
Yes,
let's talk about your hometown or village, Viet Tien. What kind of place is it?
my hometown is quite a small village, about 1.5 kilometers from Hanoi, and is a very peaceful place with a lot of my cousins living there.
Okay, a very peaceful place with a lot of my cousins living there. Okay, that's fine. Good. All right, so this is the sort of answer you need to give to this question. So I will come back and ask you the same question again. But first, we will practice these ones. So this is the next question I'm going to ask you. What is the most interesting part of this place, your village? Okay, so you can see here what this student said. On top of a hill, we have a little castle, which is very old and quite well known in Switzerland. Okay, so you have to think something that is interesting about your hometown or village. You can say, of course, actually, there's not much that is interesting in my village, but you must then say something else. Because remember, this is a test of your speaking. So you can't just say, no, there's nothing interesting in my village. So you can say, but I really enjoy it because it's peaceful and quiet, and I have many relatives who live there, and I enjoy going to visit them. So something like that. An Hung.
Yeah.
Okay, An Hung, what is the most interesting part of your village, your hometown?
Hmm. I think the most interesting thing is my hometown is there's a lot of cow and sheep that we can play with in it. The cow is very friendly some and very big.
Okay, good. So remember, you have to put an S on the end of cow, okay? Because there's more than one cow. So you have to say there are a lot of cows, okay? Remember,
Yes.
anytime you are talking about more than one thing, you must put an S on the end of the word to make it plural. Ding Lam. Sorry, Ding Lam, your microphone is turned off.
Okay, I'm turning on it.
Good. All right. What's the most interesting part of your hometown, Ding Lam? Okay, everyone, you need to be ready to answer. I'm going to ask all of you the same question, so please be ready to answer. So you have time to think about this. Okay, Ding Lam, have you thought of something?
I don't have. I don't think. I think. I think I
All right, so remember what I was saying before, Ding Lam. You can say, actually, my village is not very interesting. It's too small. It's very quiet. But I like going there because I like to visit my relatives. Does that make sense, Ding Lam?
Yeah, I understand.
You can give an answer like that. Okay, Kwang.
Yes.
Okay, your turn, Kwang. What's the most interesting part of your hometown?
On the top of the hill, we have a very old house in that have a mysterious story about it and well known in our hometown.
Really? That sounds very interesting, Kwang. What is the mysterious story?
I don't know, but people in that humorous about it. Rumor.
Well, yeah, like for example,
I
like
don't.
is there supposed to be some ghost in the house? Something like
Yes,
that?
yes, and
Okay.
some Thai people there.
Okay, so you can say that. You can say we have a house on top of a hill that has some mysterious story, that there is something mysterious about it. Some people think maybe there is a ghost there. Does that make sense, Kwang?
Yes.
Okay, so you can say something like that. We have a old house on top of the hill. The old house is very mysterious. Some people think a ghost is there. Okay. Ming Ang,
Yes.
what's the most interesting part of your hometown, Ming Ang?
Uh, uh, from my house, I can see trains and planes.
Sorry, from your house you can see
I can see trains and planes.
trains and planes, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, from my house I can see trains and planes. So good. How far away are they? Remember, you need to tell me 2 sentences. How many planes and trains can you see each day, Ming Ang?
Um,
About.
about
So you can see how many? 20 trains every day? 5 trains every day?
about five trains every day.
Okay, I can see about 5 trains every day. Good. So remember, everyone, you need to give at least 2 sentences answer. Viet Tien,
Yes.
what's the most interesting thing about your hometown?
I think One of the most interesting thing about my hometown is it is very close to two other villages. Also, there is a new law university built in my hometown.
Okay, good. That's interesting. Also, there's a new law university that that has been or that was built in my hometown. Okay? Have to talk in complete sentences here, Teen.
Yes.
There is a new law university that has been built in my hometown. Can you say the sentence, please, Vietnam?
There a new law university that has been built in my hometown.
Okay, much better, Vietnam. That is a complete sentence now. That's good. All right, everyone. Next question. Okay. What kind of jobs do people in your hometown do? Okay. So here is this answer. We have some farmers in the village, as well as people who work in Zurich as bankers or journalists, also some teachers or doctors. Okay. Your turn, everyone. An Hung.
Yes.
What kind of jobs do people in your hometown do?
People in my hometown usually do as a farmer because they are very old and don't usually can go so far from their house.
Mm-hmm.
Some people they usually do the job like uh, the teacher, a teaching, and and delivery.
Delivery, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. So you mean for Grab, you mean?
Yes, of course.
Okay, well, so you could say young people, they are also police or some teachers, or they are delivery drivers for Grab. They are delivery drivers for Grab. Can you say that sentence, please, An Hung?
Uh, some people they are also police or some teacher, and some people are delivery driver for Grab.
Okay, and remember to put an S. Remember
Yes.
delivery drivers, okay, because there's more than one. Okay, delivery drivers for Grab. Okay, good. Ding Lam.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember everyone, need to get ready. I'm going to ask everyone this question. What kind of jobs do people in your hometown do, Ding Lam?
The most people in my hometown is still farmers, but now some are policemen and driver or some jobs in a city.
Okay, good. Most people in my hometown are farmers. Okay, is the easiest way to say it. Most people in my hometown are farmers. Good. Kwang,
Yes.
what kind of jobs do people in your hometown do?
Most of my hometown are farmer, some are teacher, and some are doctor. Also, we have a electrician too.
You have electricians too. Okay,
Yes.
good. Remember you have to put an S on the end of all these words. Okay, some farmers, teachers, doctors, electricians. Okay, because there's more than one. Meng Ang,
Yes.
what kind of jobs do people in your hometown do?
They often work as freelancer some people work as a hairdresser or sell clothes. And my family sell bread.
Your family sells bread, do they?
Yes.
Okay, my family sells bread. Remember, needs to have an S on the end of sell. My family sells bread. Okay, good, Ming Ang. Viet Tien,
Yes.
what kind of jobs do people in your hometown do?
In my hometown, most of them are farmers, but some of them are also carpenters or doctors.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right, very good English, Viet Tien. Very correct. Okay, so one more question, everyone. So, would you say it's a good place to live? Okay, and this person says, yes, although it's very quiet, people are friendly, and I would say it's a good place to live there, yes. Okay, so again, I'm thinking this answer a little bit short, need 2 or 3 sentences. All right, so he doesn't really say why it's a good place to live, although he says the people are friendly. That's just one reason, but why else is it a good place to live? Is it good because there are a lot of trees, it's peaceful, people are friendly? For example, everybody knows everybody else, and if someone has some problem, there are people there to help them. Okay, so need to give a little bit more detail to make it a good answer. So I'm going to ask all of you the same question now. An Hung, are you ready?
Um,
Are you ready, An
okay.
Hung? Would you say your hometown is a good place to live?
Yes, of course. Although it's very small village, but people here are very friendly and usually help each other. When my hometown, uh, s- when my hometown has some event, people usually uh, participate in and do a lot of funny thing uh, for everyone to watch.
Okay, good, An Hung. Good. You use the word participate. Very good. Participate. You use it correctly. Participate. Which everyone participate means to take part in. When there is some event, many people participate or take part in it. So, An Hung,
Just
to make your answer better, give an example of an event. So, when there is an event, for example, tell me,
uh,
Anhung. Yeah, when there is
yeah,
an event, for example, what event? Anhung, give me an example.
it's like moon, Chungtu or in English is moon cake.
Yeah, good. Okay, so you need to think of some example. If you say something like, when there is an event, for example, um, some festival, okay? All right, this is what people do. Okay, that makes your answer more detailed, more interesting, and you will get a better score. Does that make sense, Anhung?
Yes.
Okay, good. Ding Lam,
Yeah, I'm here.
would you say your hometown is a good place to live?
Yes, of course, my hometown is a good place to live because it's so peaceful and people in my hometown is so friendly, honest, uh, oh, uh, oh, optimistic, and hardworking.
Good adjective. Optimistic, Ding Lam. That's good. Good adjective. Optimistic. Okay, means they are positive. They are positive people. Okay, and happy. Okay. Quang.
Yes.
Would you say your hometown is a good place to live, Quang?
Yes. It is very quiet. People in there are very friendly, and I would say I really love to live here.
Okay, I really love to live there. Okay, Quang? Because, of course, at the moment you are living in Hanoi. So you were talking about your hometown, which is there, not here. Does that make sense, Quang?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so remember, everyone, if you can give me an example, it is better. You need to give a little bit more detail in your answers. Ming Ang,
Yes.
would you say your hometown is a good place to live, Ming Ang?
Uh, yes, because the air is very fresh and people are friendly, and I would say it a good place to live there.
Okay. Can you give any example, Ming Ang? You've already said the air is fresh. Okay, that's good. The air is very fresh and it's a good place to live. An example might be, well, before An Hong was talking about maybe some festival. When you have some festival or event in the town, a lot of people participate or take part in it. So something like that, Ming Ang. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. For example, what happens at Tet in your hometown, Ming Ang? What happens at Tet?
People can make bánh chưng in the tent.
Okay, good. Okay, that's an example. That's good, Ming Ang. So something like that. Nguyen.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, do you want to try this, Nguyen? Is your hometown a good place to live, Nguyen?
Yes, because it is a countryside, so the air and the environment clean, not of us like a city,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
trees, and quiet place for us to.
okay, sorry, Nguyen, your internet is a little bit. It's cutting in and out a little bit. So I heard most of that. Sounded fine. Vietien.
Yes,
Is your hometown a good place to live?
I do think it's a good place to live because it's very friendly. You have very friendly people, and it's also a very quiet place for you to relax after a long day. Also, you can get most of the thing outside the public shop and market.
Okay, good. You have good detail. That's good, Vietien. Remember, you can also add to your answer by saying something like, however, for young people, it's not very exciting. So many young people would prefer to live in a big city like Hanoi. Does that make sense, Vietien?
Yes.
So you can add more detail like that. Okay, so you can talk about the advantage of living in your hometown. Okay, but you can also say what some disadvantage might be. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to go back just to the first question. Now you've all had a chance to get used to this. All right, I'm going to ask you the first question again. Okay, now you've had a little bit more time to think about this. An Hung.
Just
Okay, An Hung, here we go. Back to the first question again. All right, let's talk about your hometown or village. An Hung, what kind of place is it?
each small town is about 200 kilometers from Hanoi, and it's very like it's very far from the city. Uh, and there is small market near my house.
Okay, good, An Hung. Good, okay, that's more confident, more fluent. That's great. Ding Lam.
Yeah.
Okay, same for you, Ding Lam. So I'm going to ask everyone the first question again. Now you've all had a chance to practice a little bit. Let's talk about your hometown or village, Ding Lam. What kind of
Uh,
place? What kind of place is it?
my hometown is the Hưng Yên, and it's about 20 kilometers from Hanoi capital, and it is so peaceful, special. It has a big market, and I so like it.
Okay, it is a big market, and I like it very much. Okay, I like it very much. Okay, Ding Lam.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a better way of saying it.
yeah, I
Quang,
understand.
Quang.
Yes.
Let's talk about your hometown or village, Quang. What kind of place is it?
It's a big hometown, about 10 kilometers from center, and it's very quiet. And they have less than 5 shops. Most of people in there are moved to the city, so there are not many people in there.
Okay, good. Okay, good answer, Quang. Okay, getting better. All right. So you can even maybe give a number, Quang. There are not many people there. Maybe about 500. How many people, Quang?
I think it's 1,000.
Okay, so you can say that. Not many people there. Maybe only about 1,000. Okay, Quang?
Okay.
Okay, just gives more information, a little bit more detail. Meng Ang.
Yes.
Let's talk about your hometown or village, Ming Ang. What kind of place is it?
My hometown is Phúc Yên. It's about 40 kilometers from Hanoi, and it's very quiet, but it also interesting because I can fly a kite all day.
Okay, good. Much better, Ming Ang. Okay, more fluent, more confident. That's good. Nguyen. Nguyen, oi. Okay,
Nguyên ơi,
Viet
sao thầy
Thiet.
cứ gọi con nhiều thế mà con cứ không trả lời thế Nguyên ơi?
Con bị lag ạ.
Okay, Nguyen, have to be ready to answer when I call you. Okay, otherwise I will miss you out. So, let's talk about your hometown or village, Nguyen. What kind of place is it?
My hometown is some surrounding it.
Sorry, when your internet is again, it is cutting out. I can't hear you. Sorry. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Let's talk about your hometown or village, Viet Tien. What kind of place is it?
It's a small village about 1.5 kilometers from Hanoi, and it is a very quiet place.
Yeah, tell me a bit more, Viet Tien. Need to give me a little bit more detail than that. It's a very quiet place. And
Uh,
and
Also, there are some There
Yeah,
are
like how many shops? How many shops?
there are about a very big supermarket near my village.
Okay. And about how many people live there, do you think?
Uh, I think there are about almost 100 people living there, and they are all friendly people.
Okay, good. That's more like it. So only about 100 people. Is that right, Viet Thanh?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so you would give your answer something like this, Viet Thanh. I live in a very small village about 1.5 kilometers from Hanoi. When I say it's very small, only about 100 people live there. But it's very quiet, although there are some shops. For example, there's a big supermarket. Okay, Viet Thanh?
Yes,
You, okay, that is the sort of answer you need to give. So you need to be able to give complete sentences with some detail, as I was saying. Okay, everyone, thank you for that. So we will practice more to do with this next week. So remember, Minh Ang, Minh Ang.
Yes.
How many sentences should your answer be for this sort of question? How many sentences?
2 or 3.
Correct. That is right. 2 or 3 sentences, everyone. 2 or 3 sentences. And remember, an easy way to make your answer a little bit longer is to give an example. So when you say, my village is very small, very quiet, for example, only about 100 people live there. We don't have many shops. For example, there is a shop to buy fruit and vegetables and another shop which sells things for your house. Okay? So just give examples helps to give a bit more detail and to make your answer more interesting. So everyone, please remember your answers should be 2 or 3 sentences and try to use examples when you are talking about some characteristic of your village. Okay. All right. For the rest of the lesson, we're going to be looking at this, making approximations. Making approximations. So, An Hung. An Hung.
Yes.
Can you read this sentence, please, An Hung?
It can be difficult to use exact numbers when describing trust. A useful summary for dealing with this is making approximations.
Okay, stop you there. So this word here is strategy. Can you say that, please, An Hung? Strategy.
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 Strategy. Strategy.
Strategy.
Not quite. You have to have the G sound. Strategy.
Strategy.
Good. That's better. Strategy. Ding Lam, can you say the word strategy?
Strategy.
Good. Quang,
Yes.
can you say the word, please? Strategy.
Strategy.
Minh Ang.
Strategy.
Strategy. Strategy.
Strategy.
Good. That's better, Minh Ang. I've highlighted the word so you can all see it. Nguyen. Nguyen. Strategy. Strategy. Good. And Viet Tien, strategy.
Strategy.
Good. Viet Tien, can you tell me what does strategy mean? What does this word mean? Do you know?
Plan.
Good. Very good. That's exactly what it means. Strategy, everyone, is a formal word, just means a plan. Okay? A plan, a way of dealing with this. You need to have a plan. Strategy is a formal word. Just means plan. That's all it means. Strategy. Okay? So, it can be difficult to use exact numbers when describing charts. Okay? So, it is useful to have a plan called making approximations. For example, okay, if sales for oranges rose from 4,000 kilos to 7,850 kilos, you can say orange sales almost doubled. Okay, they almost doubled. They are almost twice as much. Not exactly. That's why you say almost. Almost doubled. So here are some useful words and phrases for making approximations. All right. In chat, everyone. Okay. In chat, I want you to send me the answers to these 3 questions. Okay. Which word here means just over? Which one means approximately? And which word means just under? All right, so I want you to send me, make this very easy, just send me 1, the number 1, and then A, B, or C. Number 2, A, B, or C, and 3, A, B, or C. Okay, so all you need to do is send me 1 number, 1 letter, 1 number, 1 letter, 1 number, 1 letter. Thank you, An Hong. Thank you, Viet Tien. Thank you, Ming Ang. Thank you, Ding Lam. Okay, Kwang and Wen, just waiting for you, please. A few more things. Shouldn't take you long to work out. You should know these by now. Kwang, do you have your answers? Thank you, Kwang. Okay, so the correct answers, everyone. Number 1, just over. Okay, the answer is C, everyone. Just over, slightly more than. Approximately, all right, means the same as around. Okay, so 2A, approximately around. And number 3 must be B, just under, the same as nearly. Ming Ang.
Yes.
Can you give me another synonym for approximately, please, that also begins with A? Also begins with A.
About.
Sorry, about, correct. About, okay? Approximately also means around or about. And Viet Tien.
Yes.
Can you give me a synonym for approximately beginning with the letter R? R.
R.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Excellent, Viet Tien. Very good. Roughly, everyone. Approximately, you can also say around or about or roughly. So it's very useful to have all these synonyms. The more words you know, and I've said this many times, the bigger your vocabulary is, the better you will be able to write and speak, and you will also get a better mark. So using synonyms, okay, a very good way of doing this. Okay. So what we're going to do now is these you need to use the words, these words, okay, and these words, all right, to describe what is happening in this chart, which I'll make a little bit bigger for you. Okay. Be handy if I could get them both on one, on the, yeah, I can't. Okay, so sorry, first of all, we'll look at the graph in a little bit of detail, everyone. All right, firstly, Anhong, Anhong.
Yes.
What is the title of this graph, please, Anhong?
Imports of electronic goods.
Good, imports of electronic goods. So an import, you probably know this, but an import is something that comes into the country. Something that comes from another country to your country. Import. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
What is the opposite of import? Do you know? The opposite word.
I don't know.
Quang, do you know? Quang,
No,
oi.
don't know.
Minh Ang.
I don't know.
Viet Tien.
Uh,
The opposite of import.
import, output. I don't know.
Good try, Viet Tien. It is export,
Ex
everyone. Export. Have you heard this word, Viet Tien?
yes, I did.
Yes, export. The opposite of import is export. Import is something that comes into your country. You know, like there are many things that Vietnam imports. You know, electronic goods, maybe some food, of course. And there are many things that Vietnam exports, sends to other countries, like rice, of course, coffee, of course, many things that Vietnam sends to other countries. So import and export are opposite. So imports of electronic goods are things that come into the country. All right. Now remember, I've always said anytime you see a graph like this, you have to look at the title, then you have to look at the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so what does the x-axis show us? Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
The x-axis is DVD player, CD player, TV vision, television,
That,
radio.
okay, that is the y-axis. Ding Lam.
Y-axis is million of unit.
Good. So this, everyone, this is the x-axis, okay? X-axis is the vertical axis, or the axis that goes up and down the page. And just in case you've forgotten this word, oops, send it to you in chat, okay? In case you've forgotten what this word, when I say axis, what is the word that I am saying? Okay, axis. All right, this line here is called an axis. That is its technical name, okay, axis. And the X1 always goes up and down. The Y1, the Y-axis goes across or horizontal. Okay, what is on the Y-axis, Quang?
The y-axis show electronic item.
Good. Electronic items or electronic goods? Items, goods mean the same thing. Good vocabulary. Ming Ang.
Yes.
You can see there are two colors on this graph. What do the two colors represent? What do the two colors mean?
Green is 2000 and
What about the other color, Ming Ang?
blue.
Yeah. And what does it represent?
Blue is 2006.
Good. Okay. So the different colors represent, what is the word that describes these numbers? Viet Tien.
Yes,
2000 and 2006. What are they?
they are years.
They are years. Good. They are years. All right. So the two different colors represent years. Two different years. Green is 2000. Blue is 2006. So the x-axis is millions of units. Okay. The y-axis is the different types of electronic goods. In this case, how many different sorts of electronic goods are there? An Hung? An Hung, oi.
Anh Hưng ơi,
Disappeared. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
How many different sorts of electronic goods are there? How many?
Differences. What? Differences.
Easy question, Ding Lam. How many different electronic goods can you see on the graph? How many?
Is
Quang, how many different electronic goods can you see?
It is 5.
Correct. There are 5. Okay, Ding Lam?
I understand.
5. DVD players, CD players, TVs, radios, video recorders. All right. You can tell this graph a little bit old, by the way. Some of these things don't really exist anymore, but they used to 20 years ago. Shows you how much technology has changed in the last 20 years, that these things, most of them, not used much anymore. We don't need them. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is using the language in these boxes to describe the changes that have happened for each type of electronic good or item between 2000 and 2006. So, first of all, let's look at this one. DVD players is first. DVD players is first. So, in the year 2000, Ming Ang.
Yes.
In the year 2000, okay, how many million DVD players? were imported? How many?
2, 3.
3, correct. You can see here, 3. 3 million DVD players were imported, let's say, into Vietnam. Okay. Whereas Minh Ang in 2006, how many DVD players were imported?
5.8.
5.8 what, Minh Ang? 5.8 what?
5.8 million of unit.
Good. 5.8 million units of DVDs. Good. Okay, so the graph is quite easy to read. And in fact, the numbers are here, so you can see easily. In what happened to CD players? An Hung. An Hung.
Yes.
Okay, you can see that
Uh,
DVD players, okay, they increased. Okay, the number of DVD players that were imported went up in 2006 compared to 2000. What happened to CD players? An Hung? What happened to imports of CD players? What happened? Can you describe for me?
they from the 2000 to it's like go down to
Good. Okay, what is past tense of go? An Hung?
went down to
Good, good. They went down. Very good. That's all you need to tell me. Okay? Imports of CD players went down when you compare the 2 years. All right? Imports of DVD players went up. Quang,
Yeah,
what is a word that begins with I that means went up?
increase.
Correct. Imports of DD players increase. Minh Ang,
Yes.
you can see that imports of CD players went down. Okay? What is a word beginning with D that means went down?
Decrease.
Correct. Decreased. Okay? So increased and decreased are more formal words. So they are the words you need to get used to. Better to use these words for this sort of exercise. So increased for went up, decreased for went down. Televisions. Viet Tien,
Yes,
what happened to televisions?
is go up from 6.2 millions of units to 8.5 millions units.
Correct. An Hung,
yes.
what happened to radios?
It's increased from 4 to 5.2.
Correct. Good. Now you are using the correct language. And Ding Lam, Ding Lam,
Yeah, I'm here.
what happened to video recorders? What happened to imports of
It
video
is
recorders?
increase.
Video recorders?
Increase.
Not increased. Which video recorders is this one?
Video is a decrease. I'm sorry.
Decreased from what to what? Ding Lam?
Decrease from 6.2 to 2.8.
Correct. 6.2 and 2.8 what? Ding Lam?
2.8 million.
Good. 2.8 million. Okay. 6.2 to 2.8 million. Okay. So looking at DVD players, which is what you are going to write about for me now. Okay. 5.8 and 3. Okay. Which of these phrases here, okay, this word here and this word here, what of these two words, using one word from each box, describes what happened to DVD players? So you can see DVD players increased from 3 to 5.8. So 5.8 is nearly how many times of 3? Viet Tien.
Yes.
What is the difference between 5.8 and 3?
The difference. What?
Yeah, so if you went from 3 to 5.8, you can say it is almost
Double.
double. Very good, Tien. Okay, so you can see this word here is the one we need to use. Doubled, but didn't quite double. Didn't quite double, did it, Viet Tien? Not quite. Okay, if it had doubled, it would of course be what number, Viet Tien?
6.
Correct. Okay, so if it had doubled, exactly, it would be 6. So instead it's 5.8. So what word, Viet Tien, can we use from here to go with doubled? What word? Just
I
over
think
doubled? Approximately doubled?
nearly.
Just under. Correct. Nearly doubled. Nearly doubled. Okay. So, everyone, this is what you would need to do to describe what happened to DVD players. I'm going to send you the answer in chat. Then I want you to describe to me what happened to CD players. This is a chance for you to practice your writing. By the way, Viet Tien,
Yes.
do you know what a DVD player is?
I think yes.
You do. Okay, you remember DVD players. Meng Ang.
Yes.
Can you see what I have sent you in chat?
Yes.
Can you read it, please?
Imports of DVD players nearly doubled.
Correct, okay? So does everyone understand why that is the correct description? Okay, so we're talking about imports of electronic goods. In this case, we are looking at DVD players, okay? So we can say imports, so looking at the 2 years, remember, green is 2000, blue is 2006. During this period, imports of DVD players nearly doubled. Okay, 5.8 is nearly double of 3. So we are using nearly from this box, and we are using doubled from this box. So now I want you to tell me what happened to CD players. Okay, imports, you need to send me the complete sentence. All right, your sentence will start with the words imports of CD players. Then what happened? Imports of CD players. Please send me your answer in chat. Okay, so using one word or phrase from this box, one word or phrase from this box. So again, remember the example I showed you with DVD players? Imports of DVD players nearly doubled. Okay, went from 3 to 5.8. So please, everyone, send me a sentence. Imports of CD players, what happened? Okay, the words, remember, don't have to be in this order. So you can choose words from this box first, followed by words from this box. Okay, so it doesn't have to be this box first, then this box. Can be this box, then this box. When you are ready, please send me your answer. Okay, so Ding Lam, you have the right idea, but they are the wrong way round. Okay?
Okay, understand.
Okay. Quang.
Yes.
Okay, Quang, that is correct. Viet Tien. That's also sort of correct, but need to be a little bit more precise. Okay, right idea, Ming Ang, but not quite. I know this one is a little bit tricky, little bit. Okay, everyone, let's look at the answer. Imports of CD players. Ming Ang.
Yes.
First of all, imports of CD players, which direction did they go? Did they rise? Did they fall? Did they go up? Did they go down? Which way?
Go down.
Okay, go down is which phrase from this box? Ming Ang?
Fell by.
Correct. Okay, so fell by is the phrase you need to use. Fell by. All right. Fell by how much? An hung.
About 0.4.
How many million? An hung. Okay, this is simple piece of arithmetic.
It's about 0.4 million.
Good. 0.4 million. So the correct answer, everyone, is imports of CD players fell by. Actually, there's no word from this box you can use because they fell by exactly 0.4 million. Okay, so you can't use approximately or just over or around or nearly. Okay, so there's no word in the box. So you don't need to use a word from this box. But you could use another word from this box. In this case, you could use a quarter. So can everyone see? They fell by 0.4 million. 0.4 million is about a quarter of 2 million. Does this make sense to everyone? I hope so. Viet Tien, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So 0.4 million is about a quarter of 2 million. Quang, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Imports of CD players fell by, using this, all right, nearly a quarter. Imports of CD players fell by nearly a quarter. Okay, so this is how you do this exercise. Okay, let's look, everyone, at question 3. What happened to televisions? Imports of televisions, what happened? 6.2, 8.5. Okay, what words can we use from here? What words can we use from here? So, first of all, which direction did they go, up or down? Which word from this box means to go up? What is the difference between these two numbers? See if anyone can do it. Okay, Ding Lam, have to give me the complete sentence. Everyone, imports of TVs. Okay, what is the next phrase? Now, I'm guessing you all know what these phrases mean. Halved, okay, means something got cut in half. Like, for example, when you divide an apple down the middle, you cut it into halves. Something that doubles increased twice. Something that tripled increases 3 times. So your sentence, everyone, needs to start imports of televisions went from 6.2 to 8.5. Sorry, everyone, I have to move the screen backwards and forwards. I can't get everything on the same page without making it too small. If I reduce this, then maybe you can still see. Ding Lam, can you still read the words and numbers?
It's just over a
Yeah.
quarter.
Can you read the words okay, or is it too small now? Is the page too small?
It's too small.
Yeah, can you read? Can you read the numbers?
6.2 to 8.5.
Okay, you can still read. Okay, you can still see them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Quang, that is correct, but okay, instead of using the numbers, Quang, can you use these words instead of using the exact numbers? So maybe this is a little bit difficult, so I will talk you through it. Okay, An Hong.
Oh, yes.
Okay, An Hong. So looking here, we're looking at TVs. Can you see where I'm pointing the pointer?
The
So imports of TVs, okay.
yes,
Which direction did they go? Did they go up or down, An Hong?
they go up.
Okay. Which phrase from the box means to go up?
I think it's more than.
No, which phrase means go up?
Raise mean go up.
Go up. Which phrase from this box means to go up?
I think it's
Should be easy. Ding Lam. Quang.
Yes,
Which phrase from the box means to go up? Quang?
rose by.
Rose by. Okay, rose means go up. Okay, Ding Lam.
Yeah.
Okay. To go up. Rose by. Rose by. So imports of TVs rose by, now how much? Without using the exact numbers, how much? Okay. Did they go up by half? Okay. Did they go up by a quarter? Did they go up by a third? Did they go up by nearly a quarter? Did they triple? Ming Ang.
Yes.
Okay, looking at here, did they triple? Did it go up 3 times? Yes or no? Yes or no? Ming Ang?
No.
No, it didn't triple. If it tripled, it would be, the light blue one would be way up here. Okay, so Ming Ang, did it go up twice? Did it double?
No.
No, of course. Doubled, 6.2 would be 12.4. So it didn't double. So by what proportion, Viet Tien, did it go up by?
A third.
What do you think?
I think they went up by a third.
A third is correct, everyone. Went up by a third, but not quite a third. Not quite a third. So An Hong,
yes.
okay, so it went up by a third, but not really a third, not exactly. What word can you use from this box to describe what happened? Just over, approximately, just under, around, nearly, or slightly more than a third.
I think it's more than.
You think more than? And Hong Ding Lam, what do you think?
I think around.
You think around? Quang, what do you think?
I think
Is this
more
more than a third? Around a third? Ming Ang, what do you think?
I think more than.
More than a third? Okay. And Viet Tien, what do you think?
Uh,
Which one from this box describes it?
nearly a third.
Nearly a third. Okay. The answer, everyone, is either is just over or slightly more than. Just over or slightly more than, a third, okay, is the most accurate one. Just over or slightly more than. So this one here, just over or slightly more than. Sorry, I know this one is a little bit confusing because this looks like it's a separate word, but in fact, this word slightly is part of this phrase, slightly more than. Imports of TVs rose by slightly over 1/3. Okay, I've almost finished the lesson. Before I finish, I'll just review what we have discussed so far. Imports of DVD players. An Hung, can you remember what happened to them? Imports of DVD players. An Hung, which way did they go?
They go up. Is that?
Went up by how much from this?
Around 2.
Okay, good. Around 2. Which word here means 2? Which word? Does halved mean 2? Does tripled mean 2? Does a quarter mean 2?
Double.
Doubled. Good. But didn't quite double, did they? Didn't quite. If it had doubled, it would be 6. This would be 6. Okay? So which word from here do you use before doubled? Which word?
Approximately.
Not approximately. Close, but not approximately. Ding Lam.
I think it's the nearly.
So, correct. Nearly doubled. Okay, everyone? Nearly doubled. Imports of DVD players nearly doubled. Nearly doubled. You can see it went from 3 to 5.8. Nearly doubled. Okay, and CD players, Kwang.
Yes.
Imports of CD players, what happened? Did they go up or down, Kwang?
Down.
Okay, which phrase means down here?
Half.
Not half.
Nearly half.
No, half, 2.1 to 1.7. Okay, first of all, which phrase means went down? Which phrase mean went down?
Fell by.
Good. Fell by how much?
Nearly.
Remember? 2.1 to 1.7. Nearly what? Ming Ang. Nearly what?
Nearly a
CD
quarter.
players. Nearly a quarter. Okay, everyone understand? 2.1 to 1.7 is nearly or approximately a quarter. Nearly or approximately a quarter. Okay, everyone, I'll stop there now. I know it's a little bit tricky, but I'm just trying to teach you the language you need to use without using the exact numbers. Because the second paragraph of any answer to a question about a graph, you need to describe what happens overall without using numbers. That's why we are practicing this. So you need to be able to say imports of DVD players rose or almost doubled or approximately doubled. Imports of CD players fell by nearly a quarter. So you need to be able to describe what happens without using the exact numbers, because this is part of the test for writing task 1. That's why I'm showing you this. In case you are thinking, why doesn't he just use the exact numbers? This is why. So again, Imports of DVD players almost doubled, okay, or nearly doubled. Imports of CD players fell by approximately or nearly a quarter, 2.1 to 1.7. Okay, we'll continue with the rest of this. The more we practice this, it will get easier. Okay, the more sense it will make. Okay, everyone, time to finish the lesson. Okay, Viet Tien, I hope that wasn't too confusing.
Yes.
Okay, good. Everyone, so that's the end of the lesson, everyone. So thank you to everyone who did their homework. I will send you more homework tomorrow. And for those of you who are not doing the homework, please try. It will take you less than 15 minutes. And it's a great way to practice what we are learning in the lesson. An Hung,
Yes,
can you please send me your email address in chat now, okay?
teacher.
Okay, just send me your email address. Okay, thank you, An Hung. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming to class today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope you have a great week at school, and I look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.